Good evening and welcome to the 50th live stream that I've ever done. I was like, shall I say it? Shall I say make a deal out of it? And I did, because why not? I could probably think of some reasons why not, but I mean, because everyone else does not make a good reason. I need to load up my macros, because I'm a macro kind of guy. I think that's fixed, yeah. So all I've got to do is hit this magic button and then I create a clip. Does that work? Recording saved, yeah it does. And it's just to like remind me if there's any highlights. So let's go right in. As you can see, some crazy madness is going on at the bottom of the screen. I'm not sure what to actually do today. Let's go to my folder with tunes in and check. Wait, where are we? The oldest one is this one. Alright, I think I want to go with one that's a bit more like this one. Potential. But the intro, does the intro need work? It does. Maybe if I can use that. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to load into this. Or do you want to? No. I was just messing with some randomizing, like sound design kind of patching in Ableton. Wait, what day is it? It's Wednesday. We're past the bump. I don't know what curl is. No idea what curl is. It says it's Microsoft, but it's third party. Right, it's loading up. It's obviously like I've got loads of tracks in there if it's taking this long. I sound quiet today. Why is that? Testing. There we go. Let me know if it's too quiet. Okay. Probably help if like I point my mouth at the thing. So we want an intro, don't we? Maybe let's use this sound here. Oh my gosh, it's changed. Oh, I'm really sad about that. Oh no, it's changed. The sound has changed. I guess you only figure that out once it's oh. Well, this new plugin is already I've already found a bug. That's annoying. Bugs set me back. Ruin my flow. Pex, thank you for following. Pex 140 love. I'm doing sound design with this amazing plugin, but it's new, and it doesn't sound the same as when I last had loaded it in the session in Ableton. Something has changed, and I'd love to know exactly what it is so I can fix it quickly, because I don't really want to be slowed down by it. It didn't sound like that though. It sounded like this. Wah, wah. And now it sounds like this. It's not what I want. Yeah, nightmare. Total nightmare, that is. It's like, it doesn't happen often, and I only choose plugins that work, otherwise I'll render them to WAV to restore them. And this might be one of those plugins that I have to render to WAV. So the envelopes are resetting every time. I bet it's just one setting in here. Border. Oh, I mastered the drums almost clean off your last track. Went down rabbit hole. Happens though, doesn't it, sometimes? I mean, it happens with me less now, because I'm like, I stop myself from doing it, but sometimes you just like, oh, what happens if I do this? What happens if I try this? Proper rabbit hole. Oh, it's gutted. I don't even know what to do now. That's ruined my night. I mean, I can go on to another project to come back to this one. I don't think I want to be fiddling. Is it the frequency shift? Why has the frequency shift got a... Should we turn that off? It's not that. It's like the sound is just wrong. Wasted a good one. No, Ragatune's vocal got it. Well, you know, maybe just hopefully you had like previous versions of Backed Up where the drums you hadn't touched, and you can like go back to that one. But don't go back to it now. Go back to it in like a week and start something else instead. So you clear your memory of it. That's what I would do anyway. My stuff, not really. I've got a few dubstep tunes. But yeah, on Terrapastel SoundCloud. Terrapastel is kind of like some dubstep, some alternative dance music, and sort of just anything goes electronic, which tends to be, it has dance elements in it, you know, like bass. I can, but not right now. Killer Clowns. I can do private track review if you just want to send me the tune. I have time to do that randomly offline through the week. But when I'm doing a live stream, I don't always have time. I kind of just want to do some sort of sound design stuff, and make tracks. It's always changing. Like there was one live stream that I did where I did like most of it, for a few of them actually, where most of it was just listening to tracks, and it was fun. But I feel like I've got a lot of catching up to do with tracks, because I've had illnesses and stuff in the past like couple of weeks, and it's set me right back. I've just loaded up this project, and this plugin does not sound the same as it did when I rendered it last time I was in it, and I'm just hoping it's just one button one setting that's gonna miss, because this is not good. And it's going really slow now. Why is it going super? Made about 7 so far. Oh, right, nice. Yeah, they're on Bandcamp. What are they called? One's called... Wait, did I make 2? I think I made 2. One's called Juxtapose, and the other's called... I forgot. No, yeah, Juxtapose, and... Did I forgot what that one is, actually. It can't be this one. No, it's not that one. I think it might be on tap, but on tap's like 170 or 175. Yeah, so I've got one dubstep tune here, and the other dubstep tune, there's a few more dotted around, but if you like this, I mean, this doesn't sound like normal dubstep. It's at 140, so what's this? Rave type and back scraper, I think. There's a few dotted around. I should have like a category, shouldn't I? And in this EP as well, Trans Body Wave, there's Delta Bell, Artichoke Hearts. It's not really. It's dubstep inspired, but it is like, yes, Killer Clowns, yes. This. So I went on this mission the other night because there's a free one made by Ewan Bristow, which is a Plug Data plugin, which is Plug Data is like a free plugin maker, open source, and I've seen people make loads of like mad spectral sound design type plugins for it. Oh, did you? Oh, wicked, yeah. Yeah, so did I. I tried it and I was like a bit confused by the interface and a bit confused by it. It seemed to add extra controls to do stuff, but it wasn't very clear, and maybe they didn't really need to be there and stuff, but it was free and it can make some cool sounds. That's my review of it. But yeah, the Killer Heart, I was gonna buy. I was like, I really want the Killer Hearts one, but then I just googled it for some reason to see if there was anything else out there that exists, and then in the search results was EXP, this thing, EXP filter table. I got it, but I had to play with it, and I was like, well, no, I just watched the video. I was like, this is, I love good interface design, and the fact that you can see the entire the wavetable, every frame of it visually, in one go without having to pan through it, or you can see it visually on in Serum. You see a wavetable, can't you? But it's not like this. This is like a map. This is like a 2D visual of it, and I just loved it, and listened to and I thought, this is what I want. I mean, this as well, the way, the size of what that is doing to the filters, and if you can have linear phase as well. So yeah, I was like, I have to get this, so I bought a plugin. And it's Japanese made as well. I don't know if I have any other Japanese, or I've ever used any Japanese made plugins. So yeah, there's some like interesting engineering choices here, but I'm a bit pissed right now that it didn't load up how I saved it last time. That's really that's a bit of a killer unless I can fix it. I mean, fair enough, it's a version 1.1.1, but I got the right sound and I didn't bounce it in any way. I didn't render it to WAV, so go through it. Good to meet you, Pax. Thank you. If you play one of my tracks, yeah. Well, thanks anyway for listening. Hey, over the top HC kicks. I don't know what HC kick is. Yeah, I'm always looking for. Well, I say I'm always looking, right? I don't go looking for plugins normally. I usually use what I've got, and I have done for such a long time now, rather than thinking, oh, I'll buy something to solve the problem. The problem is how to make a bass variation. You know, when you're making drum, bass, and dubstep, you want to do, you know, a repetition and then the same repetition but with a slightly different. I don't know if that's what you want to do, but that's what I want to do. And it's done a lot. No way. Do I let you type hardcore kicks? Oh, okay. So, or hardcore, over the top hardcore. That's interesting because they block some very weird stuff from chat. Some people just can't say some words which you'd be like, why have they blocked that word? But yeah, hardcore, it kind of makes sense. I don't think it's taught people from like road workers having a chat, is it, about their job? But the particular material that they use. Yeah, anyway, this is like destroying my processor power as well. What's going on? 15. TikTok Live is killing it. Oh, I know why. Fuck. That's why. Yeah, hardcore kicks. I bet it's good for that. Yeah, and you definitely want to like automate the filters. But yeah, there's thinking about this. Yeah, you could probably do that in, I assume the kilohertz one would be kind of a bit more reliable. Than that EEB one and this, because this one has just already failed on me. Let's just try. I'll just try one quick thing. EB chords. Do that one. Oh, it's crap. Right, if is this gonna? No, we're gonna move off this project for tonight. Paragon. What's this one? I'm looking for one. No props, killer clowns. I would love to do a track review at some point, maybe, definitely. Alright, Mason, how are you doing? Been keeping busy, yes, very, very busy. Too busy. What's going on? Too busy with like just illnesses in the house. Going around like that. Kids get them, I get them, kids, and then there's just no time. I'm already at the edge of burnout. How about you? Tonight I'm okay. I can't stay on late though. Just if I want to be sensible and not keep going into burnout. Pyro's Den sent me a heart. Thank you, Pyro's Den. Is this what I want to work on? See, all these other things work when you load them up. Smashing one of these mixes with wave shaping. See, wave shaping, I see. So you're saying wave shaping with EQ before it? Is that what you mean? I don't know if I've tried that much, but wave shaping I see as like distortion. It's kind of like definitely good for doing distortion kind of things. Am I right? I do distort stuff, but maybe not as much as hardcore enthusiast. I mean, I grew up a hardcore enthusiast. Like, I used to listen to Stu Allen on the radio, recorded onto cassette tape, on the way to school every day. And it went from breakbeaty kind of hardcore, bit of D&B, but mostly the evolution of hardcore into happy hardcore, and then lost track of it after a while, and got into DMB, massively got into DMB, but I still have the love for those hardcore, happy hardcore classics, or hardcore classics, and the producers as well. Like, you know, I would listen to their newer stuff. Yeah, Noise. Yeah, Noise is one of those like other sort of what you got pillars in DMB engineering and production that I sort of think about. Oh, what's that track they made? Was it thoughts or expression? I can't remember what it's called now. I played that a lot I say a lot, like a few times in sets. This one noisy track, because it's dead loud, but dead clear and really nice. Paul Elstak, no. Dunk Gun, no. Hey, Legalust. Legal VST. Sorry, Legal VST. I thought it was one of those like modern spellings. Aphex Twin. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely a Board Osman guy. I did a cover version of Helios Fan and Xtal, like videos on YouTube, because I wanted to get in the zone even more to that Aphex Twin sound. It was interesting trying to do covers, because the way I do my covers is like trying to make it sound as similar as possible. But while you're doing it, and when you listen to the original with that engineering here enough times while you're doing it, you hear that one phase. I was doing like layers of string samples to get that string sample in Helios Fan, but in the original, it's like a sample. It's like a single sample, and because of that, there are like maybe 2 or 3 layers, but they're all solidified in a sample. So each time you play it, it just plays the same phase every time, like a sample does. And I think that's what gives one of the things that gives Aphex Twin's early tracks that power that cuts through tape and all the noise is everything's in phase. He's picked samples which sound good and played those samples rather than the way I've been doing it is layer stuff up. But it just shows you maybe production has changed a lot, because you can have like unlimited VSTs playing at once now and they're all going out of phase. Whereas if you still use samplers to do, you're probably going to get a better sound, especially for dance music or techno or whatever Aphex Twin was making. This is HD25. Sennheiser. Yeah, it's mad, innit? It was like I would not have noticed that unless I tried to do a cover version. I kind of want to do. I want to do more Aphex Twin tracks, but I kind of want to do. Oh, what's it called? Lottie, thank you for following. I kind of want to do. Do you know Golden Brown by the Stranglers? I heard for some reason I heard that track a lot when I was growing up. I think my dad liked it or something. I love that. I love that track. So I would have to, obviously, is this the sound of a harpsichord? It's an amazing like 70s track, like before my time, but they were playing it through the 80s. I'm an 80s child. Yeah, should check it out. You probably heard it. I think you probably heard it. If you've ever listened to the radio and heard it like a classic radio station, it's probably been on. It depends how old you are, I guess. Yeah, do it. I'll check yours out. The track name. What, the Stranglers Golden Brown? Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing a cover of Stranglers Golden Brown, but it's got singing on it, so I would have to sing, and the Stranglers lead singer voice is, it's quite something. It sounds like a guy singing, but no, he really has some silk in his voice. Not everyone has, or everyone who can sing really well has something unique that stands out from other voices. So I don't think I don't think I can just stand in front of a mic and get anywhere close to the lead singer. I've forgotten his name, but I want to give it a go. That's the fun of doing a cover version. I think it's just, yeah. But anyway, what are we loading up here? We've got rid of that bad project. It's not bad. It's just 8 days ago. Do you use any hardware? Yeah, no, just software. Just wait. So, I should just start a new track, shouldn't I? Fuck it. No, just software. And I did used to use a lot of hardware out, but I sold it all. I recently got like a really cheap 303 knockoff, but it's not hooked up at the moment. It's not in the system. So yeah, it's mostly, I do have a keyboard, a MIDI keyboard for input, but yeah, software. Software's quicker to get stuff down, I think. The trade-off is the sound of analog. If you do everything in analog, it's got a certain sound and workflow. But no, I'm deep in software. I like trying stuff out, and I think it's easier to try stuff out and switch between stuff quicker with software. But I don't know. Filter VST could give you a unique voice. Yeah, you're right. That would I see. That's it. So there's two types of cover version that you can do. There's one that's as close, technically as close as you're able to get to the original, where it's almost like I don't know if it's almost like a rip-off, but it's like people still like it because they're like, wow, you've got that close to the original. And obviously I like it. And then the other type is doing something that sounds completely different. I love those ones. When you just hear like a Nirvana song sung in like in a country music style or something like that. Techno sample pack for £7.90 for free. I don't really make techno, but yeah, thanks for the offer. I might take you up on that offer, Lucas. Thank you. Sounds like dispersion. Yeah, so dispersion. What you mean? The phase plant. All is it an all pass filter? Ah, Chameleon X. Because when I got a phase plant, you have to buy Cham. X. Maybe we should probably SD. Oh yeah, cheers, Lucas. Very kind of you. Dark Place Studio. Darth Marenghi's Dark Place. Yeah, I can't remember. And so I didn't want to. I just spent loads of money on phase plant, and I didn't want to buy an extra plugin that you plug in. I was just like, I'm not fucking doing that. I could only just busted my bank account just to fucking get phase plant. And then I found an alternative, and I can't remember where it was now. What the fuck was it? I think there was a. Ringward, phase lock. There was some. There was like some. Someone made a few different ones. Shit, I can't remember if if I wanted to do it now. But yeah, disperser type plugin is wicked though. Wave phase, 450 filters in a row. Oh wait. Oh yeah, right. So there's this thing which kind of it does something very similar. Anyway, okay, right. So I'm gonna load a serum and just have a basic saw. That is not basic. So why is it not loaded a saw? Okay. I actually made it not load a saw, but that's a whole other story. And then we're going to load Plug Data FX, which is that free open source plugin designer, and load up one of these community made. I say community made, but someone who makes plugins for this plugin. And it's called, and there's that freaky table, EB freaky table, and this one is called a phase shift. Oh, I don't know how to get rid of those orange lines. They shouldn't be there, but they've been there ever since I've fucking pressed something. Anyway, so what it's doing, it's an all pass. Changes the phase, doesn't it? At a point, and then you can have loads of them that change the phase. I say 150. And it has a time effect on some of the frequencies, and so this does it. I don't know if it works in the same way, but it uses FFT bins so there's like 10 little sections of frequencies, and then spreads them out over time depending on how you input like whatever this is. So I guess I always forget this is the x axis is going down would be that's wait. Yeah, so what if it's completely at the top? It just sounds like a saw wave but delayed, which means that this is time and this is frequency. So if I do half and half, that's affecting the top half of the frequency spectrum, and the bottom half is coming later. So yeah. So it's the both frequency. It's just reassigning the frequency over time, basically. It's just like rephasing. But it's more than just phase, because that's quite a delay, though, isn't it? It's like half a second or something. But yeah, good. It definitely can be good for sound design. Yeah, it doesn't. And Serum does have one as well, but it only has one. And yeah, I did try some other ones. Phase. But yeah, my search for the All Pass was alright, that does not sound like how I thought it would. Have a nice night, Lucas. Disperser. Punch. Strong attack. Yeah. Yeah, another solution I found for that was Max for Live. Oh, I don't know where it is. User. It'd be in user, wouldn't it? Disperser. Yeah, this one. I've no idea how many this is. It is 50. I don't know if you ever noticed the sound on TikTok it sounds like it's put through it does something to the phase. I don't know if it still does it, but I recorded some real world sounds, and then when I played them back, they had this sort of like it was moving the transient of any noise away from the rest of it. I guess you can emphasize a transient like that in the high end. But yeah. Oh wait, that's not even. Yeah, I think it might be. A psyop. Or maybe it's like more pleasing to the ears or something. Especially if you're a speakerphone. Okay, something. Frame drops. I've not had any frame drops. It's all good. He does. I downloaded a few others for sound design. Let's have a look. How do I just go here? Open patch. Patches. Spectral squish. That sounds the same. Wait a minute. I still don't really know how to use plug data. I like my plugins to just work. I'll only go so deep I used to have Reactor, and I made like one synth on Reactor when I first got that, but I don't use it anymore. So we're gonna load up Spectral Squish. Yeah. More flow that was like track space. Oh yeah. Yeah, does look really good. A morpher, yeah. I've got a need for a morpher. Kind of feel like, I mean, it could solve a problem of wanting to one sound to drive the other, like so they sound like each other. Take one quality of one sound and make it do another thing to the other sound. Anyway, I'm not really doing much here apart from thinking about what projects load. Okay, we could load up a bit more of an advanced one. This one. Bitwig. I've not tried Bitwig yet. Someone told me you can open Ableton projects in Bitwig the other night. Oh, that was lame. I want it to stay on the site. Why can't I stay on the site? Yeah, I've never seen that. It looks like it's got some interesting FM routing. You know what? You know what though puts me off about FM synths. I love Operator, but when I see like FM7 or FM8, I think it was FM8 actually, and it's just got like a matrix. I'm like, how do you need that many? How do you need that many FM routings? Like, I would just get lost if I loaded it. I think I did have it once. But I really want to make some cool FM sounds, so what am I going to do? I'm going to have to get into FM8, aren't I? Like, make some like really cool bells that haven't been made before. Sick track, thank you. Yeah, it's nearly done, this one. It's like the length I want it to be, pretty much. But I think it needs a bit of a longer intro, I don't know. It just needs a bit more going on anyway. Maybe I should just time stretch. One people. that's why, you know, that's one way of filling in this gap. Don't know. What else have we got? Hail. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna load this one. Oops. This is gonna get loaded because it's not doing anything. Legal VST. Have a good night. Yeah, I'll follow you back. Have a good night. Thank you. Nice chatting. I want to try Bitwig. Yeah, I want to get it on the computer somehow, and just use it as a sound design tool. Just see what I can throw in. Thanks for following, Killer Clowns. So, we're still puzzled by what happened before with that new filter table plugin. I should have trod carefully when I used a new plugin for the first time and bounced the WAV or frozen the track or something. Evening, Nicholas. How are you doing? What was I looking at? What else we got? Yeah, we haven't really got... Lucid was 6 days ago. I wonder if that bzz bzz sound could be thickened a bit, or whether it should be or not. Could put it in a big room. Intricate sounds? No, I had pretty basic sounds. Like the one I did, all I did was modulate. I just chose the wavetable and modulated 2 sounds. I don't really think I did much else. But I think the clue is in there, like that I didn't change much. And maybe it is just something obvious, but it was killing my processor. So this thing probably needs... That was the intro, which is obviously... There's some FM for you. So yeah, last time the only problem I solved was, and I didn't solve it really. That does not sound right. Because the bass that was there sounds like this. Doesn't sound in tune. It feels like it should have 2 notes, but it's not an interesting. It's not a very interesting bass, is it? It's an acid bass. It's not really got anything going on. It would need to have. Whoa, my computer's going so slow. I'm gonna have to turn this feature off. Oops, it's come back on again. Go off. Okay, it's something really wrong. TikTok Live is using 22%. TikTok Studio. Why is it doing that? And on the app itself, it says it's only using less than %. So it's all lies. Lies. So I'm going to try a different sound here. Not sure what. Anything. Any of the because I've made lots of bass presets. So bass presets. Yeah, okay, so Controller 5, octave down. I think it might get into the mud if I do that. The muddy territory. Oh, MIDI. Let's have a look at this on the spectrograph. Graph or gram? Yeah, it's kind of, it's still in the speaker range, I think, but more expensive speaker range. Meow, 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 meow. 37 hertz. Yeah, that's as low as I'm willing to go in any production now these days. I used to go really low, and it sounds great, but most most systems don't really go below 37, or I'd even try and be above 45 most of the time now, and then use low frequencies lower than that as kind of like special effects. And they're also got, if you're doing a DJ set and you know which tunes go low, it's just play one of them to test. I think you already know from the start. You just play one tune you like, you can figure out how low it's going to go anyway, but it's not until you really put a tune with a lot of really low frequency stuff on that you know for sure. And just like all the energy disappears when that note plays. Like something below 37, you need beef. You need beef. Yeah, that's it. If it's got harmonics, yeah. Yeah. But I think when you're in a club, you kind of expect to hear that you expect to feel the fundamental. And the clubs I've been playing in just pubs with sound systems, and they're just, the pub sound systems are better than they used to be. But I think 37 is the cutoff. Maybe even 45. Start rolling off at 45. Because you take up a lot of space as well. Like the one in my studio is like a really cheap sub, and it cuts off at 45, and I didn't realise this for ages, because it does produce way more sub bass than normal speakers, and it's been good for feeling the energy and in the kicks and the tunes. But yeah, I've soon realised it doesn't go below 45. 50 hertz. Basically, yeah. It's not bad though for a pub. I mean, I used to write everything in the D, which is like, is that 30? Is that 37? Wait, the answer is here. I think this is actually D. B. Oh. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. I haven't got a straight bass here to test. I forgot this. It was worth loading up this template project with so many basses in it because I can now mess with loads of sounds. Okay, so I've got this sound. Let's just give it some harmonics. This is a D. Let's have a look. D is 40 something. Why does it say that's F on here? It's not. Oh, is that how this is doing it? Yeah, okay, D0 is 37 Hz, yeah. That's why I made loads of stuff at D, thinking it would get played on loads of big sound systems, but it didn't. And then a lot of D&B producers will make it E. Which is 41-ish. And F, you know, and the higher you go, if you can get away with not using those low frequencies, then you just instantly become more compatible. And it took me a long time to work that one out. Because at first I was going in at C0, and I thought C0 is my limit, but C0 sounds flappy. It sounds great, it sounds heavy as fuck, but I've only experienced a few sound systems that can do a C0. Yeah, D. So I think a lot of Dillinger tunes go at D with the low notes. I think so. I'm sure that there was like I don't know where I got that from. A long time ago, probably heard that producers were making stuff at D. Oops. F, yeah, no, pretty sensible move. I think it's why it took me so long to figure out D&B, because I didn't know these things. If I'd hung around on like the Dogs on Acid forum before it kind of moved on, I don't know if it's still, I know it's still up, but F sharp, yeah, F sharp and A. TC will say F sharp and A, I think, as well. Don't know where I got this D thing from at all, D0. No idea. I think it's because that is your lowest limit, 37 Hz. Someone was like, yeah, we don't have our sound systems go lower than 37. So I was like, right. But yeah, Gash Collective in Manchester, when they did their dub thing outside, was massive, their sound system, which you know you can do some serious sub frequencies on that thing. They did, there was one tune they played, it was like the last tune they played, and it was you could hear that C0 or lower, but the sound system could reproduce it, but it felt like it was a fan. It felt like it was cooling the air around you. It was so weird, because it was quite a long track as well. It was like, at least they let it play out for at least 5 minutes. It was like the whole track was this whole deeper, lower sound though. It's got its place, but it's like a rare thing to happen, and it seems like you need a willing sound system to cater for it, which they can definitely cater for that. Yeah, F sharp and A, yeah. Right, do it. I forgot about that. Everything's running really slow tonight. Yeah, so we just want to swap this for something. See, these I made these at the start of my journey. This recent side quest of doing live streams. And this is my 50th live stream today. And now I think all those basses sound terrible. They were they're FM, but um, 20 plus years. 20 plus. Stop counting at 20. It amazes me that, like, yeah, this fizzy. All right, okay. I mean, I did use them, but this right now, I think compared to the rest of the sounds in this is quite soft. That boing boing is like doesn't have those sizzly FM things that I hate more and more. It's quite a soft, like just a pure FM thing. Too easy to get those FM artifacts, the ones you don't want. How about you, Killer? How long have you been producing? It amazes me because I've seen some young folk on here, younger folk, and they've been doing it for like 5 months, and have coming up with tunes that are like full dubstep, full DMP, bassline, and I'm like, whoa, that's amazing. I think my first 10 years of doing recent 2 years. So 2 years. Wait, is that 10 years or 2 years? It's not important. Yeah, because the first 10 years of me producing was very slow. Well, I guess the first, like, yeah, it was just like a little something I would do in be into doing lots of other things. Like, oh, I'll try and make some music again. And I didn't do it much to begin with, but it was pure, like I wasn't trying to release it at the time. Just like purely making art. And then there was a period where I was trying to make drum and bass for like 10 years and trying to make electronic music that was not really anything for 10 years. And it didn't really go anywhere because I didn't make enough. I just focused on a handful of tunes over and over and over and over and over again, just going back into the projects and trying to perfect them. It's not the way to do it. As I will always say on this live stream, it's a good name for hardcore, yeah. Wait, Killer Clowns, are you talking about happy hardcore? Happy hardcore, not like no, yeah, you must be. Not like, because Killer Clowns, that reminds me of those guys in that car doing like metal jazz, or can't remember what they're called. Clown. It's funny what they do anyway, driving around in a car playing instruments. Um, all right, okay. Tenko French core. Nice. I bet it sounds good. I bet it sounds energetic, which is what I like about dance music. I don't want slow dance music, unless it's dubstep. But that's still fast. Do I get paid? I do get payments. Yeah, yeah, I do actually. It's going up. It's slowly like I've been doing it 20 years, and there's like nothing for ages. And then just as I do more and create more and more, put more stuff out there, there's more of a catalogue and I guess more exposure. It just all starts growing, you know. So yeah, the short answer is yes, but um, at the moment it's not much. Nice. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I've been trying to do that with D&B, but I don't think I can make normal D&B. I don't think I can. I like to emulate sounds like, um, but that wouldn't be, I'm not going to copy a Dillinger record, even if I could actually. I mean, there's some technical magic going on with Dillinger, and a lot of producers that you just can't reverse engineer. You just don't know without asking them to remember how they did it. And then why would you want to? You might learn how they did a certain bass, but if you did the exact same thing, it probably wouldn't work with the thing you're doing. So yeah, I don't want to make stuff that sounds like others, but you kind of want to make stuff that sounds like it could sell. No, well, not even sell, but I mean like the true test of a great D&B tune is it gonna are people gonna dance to it? That's my test. So the temptation for me is always to make. I mean, jump up. It's tempting to make, and it's fun to make as well. But everyone likes jump up, and I don't want jump up all the time. I like all the flavors of D&B. So I try and make. I mean, I've tried to make liquid before, but that I tend not to do it. I tend to make the stuff which is chew your teeth off kind of music. How to make good melodies. I love making melodies. I don't know why. Um, do you like classical music, Prodnoto? Because if you find a piece of classical music that you like, and if you really love it, because I've got pieces of classical music that I really like, and you'd be walking around all day humming it in your head. And why can't you do that? Why can't you make a melody like that? Just sit down, just um, put a beat, and I just go da, 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 and try and make a melody that's like and that sticks in your head. I've always found it fascinating that just a simple melody doesn't have to be a chords. You can do that bit later to back it up. It's quite hard to figure out sometimes, but forget that. Just do I don't know what's a famous melody. Da, 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 da. That's quite a hard melody actually. The rhythm of that melody, what it does after that is quite rhythmic. Moto's Nan. Thanks for following. Yeah, tutorials. I mean, I just watched a virtual riot tutorial today on how to make how to use random LFOs to do sound design stuff. But I tried to do it on my own. And it just wasn't what I wanted. New wave trap. Ah, you see, when I need a lead or a synth. See, with trap, I think you're limiting yourself with trap. If you want to write like mad melodies, I don't know, but I guess you want to write trap. So there seems to be with trap, you start with your basses on your kicks, don't you? Your 808, and then doom, 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 and it just repeats. Doesn't have to change much. Well, you could do, and then I should, yeah, and then play the harmonies on for those basses, and then play melody on top of that. Or just start with a melody. Don't tune the kicks yet. Start with the melody and do it from the other way down. Do the melody, then do some chords. Or do the melody, do the 808 tuning, and then do some chords. Because that's probably the hardest bit to do if you're not music theory. Which I'm not, so it takes me a while sometimes. Time to sleep. Nice chatting, killer clowns. Good luck, thank you. Good luck to you. I will play the tune in a minute. Mark, by Gent. Join Noisy's Patreon. That is a good idea. Glad I got help. Thanks. I hope it helps. I hope, like, just try things a different way around, and yeah. Noisy's Patreon. Let's have a look. What do you get? Producer. Everything. Monthly remix stems. Oh. Or £2. Discord channels. What's on there? What makes it worth joining? Time to play the tune. So yeah, it's the first version of a tune. Riptide. Yeah, so the last time I came into this project, I did one small change, and that was change this bass to this. But that doesn't sound right now either. Oh yeah, so I did see some of that's kind of the same video I keep thinking of, is how they made it's called Expansions or Thoughts or something like that. Really amazing D&B tune that's like quite high lofts, but really clear, and yeah, I just love that. It's not as hard as their other tunes. Anyway, they showed it on YouTube, and then they said you can watch the rest on our Patreon. I was like, all right, but I got quite a lot from that one video anyway. That's your technical side. Yeah, I'd. It's probably worth paying for, actually, because yeah, their drums. Maybe if I'm gonna make some D&B again soon, so maybe I should. Scrapped. I'm not sure about that one. Can you rate a song? Not really doing song ratings on this chat tonight because I've got to go soon. But you want to see my reaction? I think I'm gonna have to do one another day, not tonight. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, you can send it to me privately if you want. If you want to get me, if you want to see what I think of it. But if you want me to play on live stream, I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of day to do it. But not everyone's available on the day, so I don't really know, and I can't really guarantee a time. Kick 2, yes, I've got Kick 2. Am I using Kick 2? No, I'm using Serum on this one. But yeah, Kick 2's been my go-to kick generator for quite some time now. I'm excited to hear it though, because you've intrigued me. Someone's already asked tonight, can I play a song? And I'm like, I've said no. Don't want to ruin it now. Oh, someone just followed me, thank you. Sorry, I missed the name. I think what it needs to be is not one note. It feels like it should bend. Trigger. I prefer Serum, but Phase, because I'm fast on Serum. But Faceplant recently updated, and you can now change the envelope, the LFO envelope within the main window, which is one thing I didn't like about it, and now you can do it. So, what about you, Mark? You can definitely do lots of interesting things in Faceplant that you can't in Serum. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some. That's what tutorials are good for, is watching other people work with it and just like do the basics of hooking stuff up, the speed it's done at, and what works well into what. And then once you've got that knowledge and you've practiced it a few times, then you can just start messing around. And I think that's the way. I think that's the way I'd learn Serum, because you can just mess around, but then you won't know about how to do like capturing wavetables, resampling and stuff, unless you see someone else do it. It will sound shit. Unless you see someone else do it, I guess. Still not the right bass for this tune. Maybe that is. Maybe it doesn't need another bass sound. Something rhythmic. What kind of music do you make, Mark? Summer sub. Another one. Try another one. And then I should probably go to bed. It's going to be an early one tonight because I have been ill and I've got to go up. Oh, what time? 7:40 tomorrow. Which you'd think is, yeah, that's 8 hours from now. But the time it takes to actually get in bed, plus my macro's not working. Oh, is that what's going wrong here? The macro is not. Oh, nice. But you're on a roster. Does that mean you're called up to do remixes? It's like a dream job, isn't it? Alright, nice. I love the mystery. Do you know what I think? I think another great thing about TikTok Live is that you don't know who you're interacting with, and there's some proper top level producers come on here and say, they'll just say a little tip and I'm like, oh my god, you're there, are you? Forgot about that tip. I'd love to see how you use Faceplant. Do you do any videos? No way. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, mate. Because it's good money, though, isn't it? Doing remixes, from what I understand. Especially when it's, house. Which has always been a popular genre, isn't it? I mean, drum and bass is up and coming, but maybe the phrasing. I mean, what I liked about this tune is the way it goes. It goes da-ba-da. So maybe it should do the same here. But with two different sounds. Boingy sound and a plug sound. Is that what I'm doing wrong? Where is the boingy sound? We could try that sound. What if it goes top 100? You mean your one-off fee was a fraction of what they'd make from streaming? All right. Nice. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, I forgot to mention that something happened to me for the first time, which I'm like, really happy about. Someone sampled one of my tunes and has used it in one of their, and they asked permission to use the sample. Um, and I said okay, for a cut, and then yeah, and it's amazing. Like, well happy someone's used this little melody line out of a tune. I don't know how. Like, I liked it because that's where I made it and that's why I published it because I was like, I like that tune. But it's nice that someone else has come along and gone, actually sampled it and used it and sampled it and made an even better track from it. I mean, he's got a vocal on there. Half the money's going to a vocalist, but yeah, it's just out of nowhere. And it just thinking of, yeah, it's a great thing. I think it's coming out like at the end of the year, so I think I'll be shilling that track. Thanks for following, Mark. Max, yes, I've made loads of D&B. I made D&B for a long time. And I haven't made much in the past year. Because of like family life and because I wanted to do some electronica stuff more. So, but that didn't stop me from making D&B. I still really got a few tracks I'm sitting on because I was doing like one release every. It was nearly one release every month actually. Under my other name. Do you make D&B, Max? Oh right, no way. Yeah, Max. Did we go? Did I know you from a free party? Nextlev, Nexlev. It's the D&B. It's just put all my D&B under that name. Oh, thanks, Mark. Cheers. I love doing this live stream. It's great meeting fellow producers, sharing ideas, and learning from each other and stuff. Love it. And sharing successes as well. Like that was, I completely forgot I was going to go on live stream and sort of tell the world that someone sampled my tune. And then it's a good moment for me. Yeah. So maybe a pluck here, but something that's not a pluck. Thank you. Well done to you making it sounds like you've got, making a living out of it. See that bass? Maybe the bass can do something. I'm gonna have to get rid of these tracks here. Get rid of them. My fan is going in my computer really fast tonight. It's not usually like this. One of them. Don't quite know what to do. Don't quite know what to put there. Get rid of that. And that. Oh wait, is that being used? No. Just get rid of it. I would normally leave all loads of tracks in here because it didn't slow it down, but now it is. Boom, 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 boom. A trunk wobble. It's like, thanks. I thought it wouldn't work in the end. I loved it. I loved making it, but I thought that it wouldn't work because it's got a bit, isn't it? Not got a bit too much going on. Like it's not like a normal drum and bass tune where it's, it could be an intricate build. A drop with some simple bass sounds that sound really good. Some really good sounds, but not many of them. Like good drums, good bass sound, maybe a little vocal hit thrown in there. That seems to be what makes a successful D&B or commercial D&B. So something like Trunk Wobble is like, it's almost like it's trying too hard and overproduced and is not normal D&B. But thanks, because I still like it. Like, it's just, I don't know if he couldn't dance to it. I wouldn't even play it at drum and bass. Or maybe I could. Maybe I should like remake it and just tweak some of just mix it a bit better, because I think maybe it's could do with it. Thanks. Stereo out. So when I'm in doing the mixing stage, which I'm not in at the moment with this one, I usually put, if I'm not putting the basses in a group, I'm grouping all the sounds that are not the drums and doing a bit of ducking. Depends, because some basses, sometimes I'll duck everything except, and then have a totally separate sub, just literally a sine wave, and that, so you've got like a super accurate control over the sub. But that, it kind of it changes the sound doing that, and it's a shame that you know, I can do this. I know how to do it, but I'm not able to test it to see if it's working. I've got I can see on scopes and spectrographs if the phase is right, but my speakers, my headphones, they don't recreate what it sounds like on a big sound system. So I need a fucking big sound system. I've always wanted one. You know, a transit van and a big sound system to go in it, and somewhere to set it up. I couldn't do it in the backyard. Is that something you do quite early on, Mark? Do you work within the groups, or do you do like mixing kind of later on? Because I've separated the two, so and process the bus, yeah. Do you do side chaining? I'm sure you do, but like, I use Duck Buddy, which I prefer because it does look a good look ahead. You can do a look ahead. Oh yeah. See, I do mix as I go. Once I've done this is like the raw creation stage, because I don't know if this is going to be good enough to take forward. I like this loop. There's one thing wrong with it, but once I solve that, I'll keep taking it forward. So if I'm able to solve this, because I don't even know if I can yet, or I might just get bored of this track, then I'll start doing a session. I probably will start doing a bit more mixing on it, but at this stage it's the sort of raw creation, like not thinking about editing much, not thinking about mixing anyway as much. I think that's might also be helping me to choose sounds that are right from the beginning as well, because I've always been awful at that, you know, like choosing bad sounds and trying to fix them in the mix later. But yeah, mixing as you go, yeah, it's easy enough to do, and it's not like, you know, you can I mean, if it's D&B, you should probably put everything through a saturator, shouldn't you? Just a tiny bit. Some things just a tiny bit, and you know, take the low off, low past the high past the rumble. So, that's something I've got to do. Try mid side. So yeah, with mid side chaining, would you dip the mid? Your kick's obviously in the mid, fully in the mid, isn't it? So would you just dip the mid of everything else with the kick, or would you do something else? Where's that plug? Where are all my tracks spaced out again? Let's go back up here. See, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. And do you do any side? Does the verb get not processed at all? Is it the sides, the reverb at the side? Do you just leave that completely alone, or do you have a little percentage being dipped? Right. Yeah, that makes sense because it doesn't need to be dipped, does it, at the sides? Right. I saw what's his name on YouTube? Dan Worrell talking about mid-side. I think he did a demonstration. Oh, maybe it was Dan Worrell has done a few videos on it, but I saw this demonstration of it anyway, of how to why you would use mid-side EQ to sort of make space for sounds in mono. So it sounds good in mono, but when it's going stereo, it sounds great as well. Yeah. I feel like I need to watch that more than twice for it to go in and actually practice it. I'm doing it, clearing up my Ableton track. It's taking too long. Pizzicato. So put this here. Yeah. I'm going to save it with just one of these basses and then move on. The alternative is to do, so mute those again, and just have that line running. Thanks, Joe, for sharing. No. That will have to do. This I'm just putting anything here because it's better than the last thing, I think. Doesn't actually occur that often anyway. But you think I'd be able to think of something in half an hour or however long it's been. Anyway, we're going to save this project, and my sensible part of my brain is saying, and I should say that I should be going to bed as well. I'm trying to be sensible these days, as in the past day or two, because I've been really ill. And this body needs a rest. The eyes, all of it. You know, hail to the king, baby. Do you remember that game? I haven't got time to play games anymore. Minecraft was the last game I played and loved, and now I just don't have time to make. I'd make these big weird buildings, like big builds that take ages in survival mode, because I like a challenge. But yeah, thanks, Mark. I'm going to try that on the next time I do some sidechaining with, because it'll be a challenge to do it on the reverb. Just on the reverb, I guess. I'd try it at least on there, but yeah, there are stereo sounds. It can the wide information can stay there, can't it? For like all of it. Did I render this? I think I did. Yeah, I did. But the middle definitely has to go on, especially on the basses anyway. But I do use this. I use it's not there now. Syscope Pro, which didn't actually work before. What's going on? PSY scope. There we go. Oh, it's working now. To line up my kicks and basses when it's time, not at this stage, but it's a great plugin. Yeah, might have some conflicts there, but I'm not solving those right now. What else have we got? Bedtime, yeah, bedtime. So it's gonna have to be an early one tonight. If I go to bed early tonight, that means I could probably do another live stream tomorrow night because I won't be ill. So yeah. Nerve 4 days ago. Cheers, Nicholas. I will finish this one. Yeah, it's got I stole the build-up idea from another tune. don't know if I made it too long though. The build up, because it kicks in after a minute. But I think I made it twice too long. The build should be the same length as the first bit of the intro. I don't know how I fucked that up. But yeah, I was referencing an like a hard dubstep tune. Well, I had YouTube window open, but I think I've made that build too long. But yeah, I was wondering how to go from that into that. So I just thought I'd just do a massive build and see what that sounds like. Thanks, Nicholas. Yeah, I've had a few people comment on this one when I've done like clips the next day of the live stream on this one, like, and that makes me go, oh, it's like an early indication of whether people like it or not. It's really handy, really, rather than just making loads of tracks and then somehow getting people to listen to them, because it's hard. Like, please listen to my music. But if you're watching me make it, it helps, doesn't it? Wretch, this is the other one. Bit harder. Glad of it. Thanks. I've really, I mean, can you hear that background sound? That, like, it's like a voice in a reverb. This is something I'm making myself do more, because when you put a human voice in something, it makes it sound twice as good, at least, because it's relatable. Instantly relatable, even if it's not your own voice. It's just, it makes a good background sound. It just stops it being so dry. Thanks. So yeah, these are the ones that, wait, is this in done already? Wretch. This one, just by chance it was called Wretch. That was purely by chance. I mean, I was making stuff at 140 when I chose the name Wretch. I thought, you know, it might work. Atmosphere, yeah, I call it atmosphere. And I'm always like, I actually came into this live session today going, I'm going to work on my atmospheres today, and that just didn't happen. I was like, I thought I'd have a tune ready to go where I could work on the intro and do an atmosphere, and totally lost track doing something else. Right, I kind of don't want to leave because I like hanging out. But I do have to go. I do. Because I usually go at 1 a.m, but I do have to be up very early tomorrow. And my computer's running slow. You know, there's another reason. So I'll be back on tomorrow night. Hope you guys are. Hope you're all doing good things tomorrow. I mean, I'm just like looking after kids basically all day. It's not that bad. It's not the worst job in the world. It's just tiring. Yeah. Thanks, Nicholas. Thanks for the encouragement. Thank you, Mark. It's nice chatting with you both. Alright, Force and Deffy. I've got to go, guys. Thanks for joining now. It's changed colour a bit, but it's still there. Thanks. Alright, I hope to see you soon. Yeah. Alright, thanks. Much love. Take care, guys. See you soon.